How to chase dreams when you have a highly visible role. Today's episode is sponsored by Billy Keels Advisory Services. If you want to learn more about how to make your 99 optional, just go to makeitoptional.com. Once again, that's makeitoptional.com. How to chase dreams when you have a highly visible role is more than likely one of the biggest things holding you back today, because you're a high achiever. You're performing well at work. You want to continue to perform well at home. And sometimes it's easy to feel torn because you're highly paid. You're highly visible. Everybody needs you. And more than likely, you're feeling alone, like you're very unique, because not only you wanting to do things at home, at work, you're also having this desire to want to also build something on your own because you've been successful for such a long time that the next step for you feels like it's moving in that direction. Well, I'm here to tell you, you're not alone. You're not alone. And actually, you make it to the end of this very brief episode, you are going to understand what you need to do, what you can begin to do now, so that you can chase your own dreams, even if you have a highly visible role in your corporate role, right? And at home. Because I lived in this space for a really, really long time, as you know, really enjoyed my corporate career across a number of different countries and companies. Very fortunate to work for market-leading organizations globally, which was fantastic. The last 16 years working for one of the world's greatest enterprise software companies, and so had the chance to not only sell but lead people and individuals that were salespeople. At the same time, went through the process of having young kids at home and even aging parents that were a continent away. And because of that, I was constantly feeling torn, right? Torn away from and between this responsibility that I had for my family, both my own, my parents, as well as this desire to continue to perform well in my corporate career and have success there. So, like many people who are high achievers, wanted to be able to do it all, be able to perform for everybody. You know, that's Billy. Billy's going to get it done. We know if we need something, Billy's going to get it done. That's you, right? You're that same person. And at the same time, I knew that I did not want to let anybody down. That was the thing that was keeping me up at night. Not what everybody else wanted of me, but what I wanted to be able to do to not let anybody down. Right? You're thinking to yourself, well, how does that have to do with your dreams? Well, usually when you begin to focus so much on everybody else, you forget about yourself. I don't want that for you, because you can focus on what you need to do, focus on yourself, achieve, progress, and at the same time, be able to continue to help lift others, right? Because although I was going through my corporate career and I had a thriving corporate life and the parental responsibility, and I was really, truly enjoying that, I was a half a world away, right? My parents were getting older. There was this desire to want to be closer to family, be able to go more frequently, see my family, because it'd been over 2 decades since I've been away, right? And as time goes on, just like my parents will see me that I'm bigger, stronger, faster, all that kind of stuff. Well, maybe a little bit slower nowadays. Got some back stuff going on. One of the ideas is I also see and recognize that the circle of life is continuing to progress for everyone. Family, loved ones, more fragile. And I want to be there. Because they were there for me. And so what I realized, right, as I'm going through this, having these feelings, is that how in the world am I supposed to go after my own dreams, which is to create something that I know is going to give me a lot more control, when I'm in this role that's highly visible? I'm highly paid, lots of responsibility, lots of people depend on me. I feel like I can't focus on me, right? I've got to be there for everybody else. Well, at a certain moment in time, it's about having perspective. It's about recognizing that in order for me to help others, I have to help myself first. And that's what I want to share with you, because that's what high achievers do. That's what you do. That's what makes you great. You build a plan, right? You stop. At least I stopped. I said, hang on a second. You know what? I gotta do something. I gotta stop. I gotta prepare myself and I have to plan, because I didn't want to look back on life and say, I wish I could have, I should have, or I would have. I hadn't lived that way my whole life. That didn't make me the individual that I am today, having the opportunity to work and travel through 80 some different countries, live abroad, do things that I know for others seem extraordinary, but for me, they were just in our ordinary. But I had to prepare, I had to plan. And then I got to a certain point, right, where I knew that I wanted to be able to succeed in moving forward, in being able to achieve this dream that I had for myself. So what did I do? I sat down and I started to gain my clarity, what I call now today quantifiable clarity. I started to recognize that there are pockets within my corporate experience that I am able to positively exploit, so that the company gets the best out of me and I get the best out of the company. Be more productive, not just busy. And then lastly, it was about how do I make sure that this unique concept for me is working and working efficiently. It started out as real estate. It then became a business. It then moved into other things, other businesses. But I sat down and I got real crystal clear on that. If you need some help, you can go to episode 478, gives you the blueprint, share it all, right? Share it all right there. And then it was also about how do I continue to find a community? How do I find other people that are like me? How do I find someone specifically that can help me along my path, that can guide me? Because it was such an important thing that I wanted to do, not that I needed to do, that I wanted to do, which was to move closer to my dream and continue to perform at home and continue to perform at the office. How do I do 1 and 2 and 3 together? Now, all of these things didn't happen just haphazardly, right? I went through some feelings of uneasiness, right? Because I'm highly visible. How could I ever cheat on my company? That's not that. They're the ones that are giving me the opportunity to be here. Because of the visibility, because of the responsibility, because of the paycheck, because of the benefits, right? If you have even felt any of that kind of stuff, go check out episode 420, 420. It's going to help you understand you're not alone. I've been there, done that. I've shared about it. You're not alone. And then also it creates a constant feeling of uneasiness. I just talked to you about that. But here's the thing that you will realize, because this is something that I realize, and that's why I'm sharing this with you, because once you realize how to chase dreams, even when you have a highly visible role, you will start to realize that the best of you is the best for your family and it's the best for your company. The one that you're working for and the one that you are building on the side, right? Because yes, I made progress towards my optionality number. Did not initially achieve that number. But if you want to find out more about what that optionality number is and how you can achieve it, how you can move, how you can calculate it, how can you move forward to it, towards it, go check out episode 457. It's going to give you the quantifiable clarity that you need. The most important lesson that I want to share with you is how you can chase those dreams by not just preparing, but creating a plan, by being able to embrace the quantifiable clarity that you need, being able to also embrace the coherency in your company and being able to craft your unique concept. It's critical because this process, what you need to do to be able to move closer and chase your dreams, is real simple. It's create and make actionable the plan that you put together. If you're doing it by yourself, it's in a vacuum. That's what I did. Was not the right thing. Once I reached out to get somebody to help me, life got much better. Always had somebody that I knew that I wanted to speak to. I didn't need to, I wanted to. And I realized that the time frames were collapsing. I was getting to my goal much faster, but that's the first thing. The second thing is to create and protect boundaries. Set the boundaries, and you have to respect and protect them. You first of all, because nobody else is going to respect your boundaries if you don't respect them first. And lastly, you have got to take consistent action. By doing that, you will never let anyone down. You will have your clear plan, get there as quickly as possible, and start to put that plan into action. Establish and protect in the boundaries that you have and take consistent action. That's what you need to do in order to be able to chase your dreams, move towards your dreams, even if and when you have a highly visible role. Now, if this isn't you, and you know somebody, you're listening and you're going, Billy, I know this person that is going through this exact same thing. We were just talking about it last week. They feel trapped because they're in this highly visible role. They want to do something else, but they just don't know how to even get started. They don't know where to go. Share the episode. I'm passionate about this. Share the episode. You are the person that's going to help to unlock not just the present, but the future for someone that you care about. Share today's episode. And you know what? Follow up with a call. What'd you think about the episode? Go from theory to practice. I talk about this all the time. You are the person that's helping your loved one, your friend move forward. And I want to say thank you for caring enough to share today's episode with that person. And while you're doing that, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to be here. I'm going to start to prepare another episode. And so you know what I want to say? I want to say thank you very much. And go out and make it a great day. Today's episode is sponsored by Billy Keels Advisory Services. If you want to learn more about how to make your 99 optional, just go to makeitoptional.com. Once again, that's makeitoptional.com.